Is an acquisition going to be the sort of step change in your business that enables you to get there quicker than you just doing it yourselves organically? And that again goes for as much as if you're trying to buy a business or if you're looking to exit. Are you at this point in your business's life cycle going to get the best value at your exit, and understanding what the sort of real fundamental drivers of value are that someone would look to buy? On a deal, whether you're selling or buying, you tend to have a document called a set of heads of terms, which is normally a short document of sort of 3 to 6 pages that will basically outline what the key terms of the deal are. And at that stage, I would include in there some of the more contentious issues like warranties, like earn-out clauses, and things that tend to potentially trip a deal up later when you get into the detail, and have those negotiations up front. But understand what your red line issues are, whether you're being acquired or you're acquiring. Understand what the points are where you just would walk away, and at that point, you know, if you feel appropriate, stick to your guns and do that. And I think the other thing is, you know, work with some really pragmatic advisors that are sensible and are not going to argue every single point for the sake of arguing every single point, because that ends up with significant advisor fees, a deal taking far longer, and you introduce a lot more risk. So if you want to build a good, broad, cross-functional team on a piece of M&A work, I would ensure that the advisors are all in contact and that there is an agreement on how that contact is going to be maintained. Normally, between all the parties, some sort of weekly conference call, if time allows, is a good discipline to have. That allows all sides to check in on where the deal's at and to make sure that nothing has fundamentally changed against the heads of terms that you've agreed on the deal from the outset. Again, I think it comes back to, you know, good, sensible, pragmatic advisors working with a strong internal team within your business, and that needs to be kept quite tight, quite small, partly to maintain confidentiality, and partly so that you don't end up with so many people involved in the deal that you forget to run your business, which can often mean that a deal falls over because you've actually forgotten about the day-to-day. But also have a plan for what's going to happen after the deal. Understanding it's not just about winning the war, it's about actually making sure that you've got a successful country after the war, you know, and that's the analogy I would use. An integration plan is absolutely key to making success of either being acquired or making an acquisition.